Alright guys, and welcome to my ultimate list of the best 10 add-ons for Season of Discovery. These are some of the add-ons that I've had for a number of years that I personally could simply not live without, although I did actually discover some new add-ons in the making of this video which are my new favourites. We'll be covering useful map information like a taxi tool to find close by vendors like repairs or class trainers, combat essentials to get all the info that you need that you don't have in Classic because of how the Classic era client works, like enemy health and cast bars, all those things that we take for granted. Also, loads of quality of life improvements like a tracker for Ashenvale and many more recommendations. Now when it comes to open world content and questing, you need the holy trinity of Doogie, Handy Notes NPCs and Codex Lite. Now Doogie is a quest helper. It's very similar to how the retail UI looks like, but the main reason why I like this add-on is it's a really useful taxi tool. One of the cool things about vanilla is that there's a lot of like hidden secret NPCs in the open world, so a lot of the time you could just go and vendor at these NPCs rather than going back or herfing back to Orgrimmar or something. Doogie and Handy Notes will show you where all of these NPCs are, and Doogie actually will have a little arrow that appears on the screen showing you exactly where to go if, for instance, you need to top up your ammo, reagents, or you simply need a repair. I like to combine this with Codex Lite because it shows precise spawn locations of quest enemies and also items. And this is particularly important right now when you're competing with so many players on your server. For number 2, I have a quintessentially important PvP add-on that actually sounds out and speaks to you when enemies use certain abilities. This add-on used to be called Gladiator LOS, but I couldn't find a working version for the Classic era client, and then I accidentally discovered the exact same add-on for the Classic era client when I was looking for a different add-on, so we got very lucky with this one, because it's now called Rank 14 LOS. Now for number 3, we need to go over the combat essentials. Now my new favourite one is actually a weak aura. Make sure you do have weak auras downloaded because I'm going to give a few weak aura recommendations also with add-ons. So the first one is Threat Info. This will save a lot of space on your screen because you won't need a threat bar because you can just use this instead and put it somewhere nice and cozy. You also want to get classic cast bars, modern target frame, classic aura durations and details. But another recommendation I would give you is to get big debuff just to make the debuffs a little bit bigger. Classic Beastry is a great add-on for open world leveling and dungeons. All you have to do is hold down the control key and it will give you detailed information of what that mob does, what abilities it's going to do. So you'll never get caught off guard ever again. Now these are my quality of life essentials. First of all, I like having a repair reminder because I do sometimes forget, as you know in the Classic era client, it only reminds you, well, very late when you actually need a repair. That one is actually a weak aura. You definitely want to get Nova World buff, particularly as this also tracks Ashenvale now, but my new favourite add-on that goes with this add-on is Nova World buff Spell Rank Checker. You very simply go to the spellbook, click a button, and then low rank abilities on your bars will start glowing. Personally, I think this is better than getting Rank Sentinel because obviously Rank Sentinel rather irritatingly whispers people a lot. You don't want to be that irritating guy constantly reminding people when they're using low rank abilities. Particularly if they're, for instance, using a low rank Frostbolt on purpose. And you have to get Leatrix Plus and Leatrix Maps. With Leatrix, you have to check out the enhancements page because it makes a lot of the interface panels bigger and just basically easier to read on, bigger monitors. By the way guys, if you're looking for a power leveling add-on, Rest XP is definitely the best one out there, particularly as it is made by world record holding speedrunners. Another great thing about the add-on is that it will actually show on the map all of the special vendors that have really good loot and also dangerous enemies. And if you totally want to remaster the Classic era client like way beyond ultra graphics, all you gotta do is subscribe and go to my channel page, check out my subscriber only video, and there will be a guide in the description. Now playing this game with a default chat is utterly painful, so here is some good chat add-on recommendations. First of all, you want chat copy paste, obviously, for getting Discord links out of a raid chat and straight into Discord so you don't have to manually type it like a caveman. One of my favourite add-ons is Misspelled. It's literally an in-game spell checker like how it is on Microsoft Word. It's a godsend for people like me who are terrible at spelling. And you definitely need LFG Bulletin Board, particularly considering how insanely popular Season of Discovery is. What it does is create an interface for people making groups in the world chats, so you can see what dungeons are going, you can see if people are doing pre-mades for Warsong Gulch, and it has a separate channel for trade and things like that. A classic add-on is obviously Atlas and Atlas Loot, but what you want to get with these add-ons is Atlas Quest, because it will show you all of the quests that you can do for every single dungeon, and it will give you precise coordinates on where to pick up those quests, even if they have pre-quests. To improve the look of your UI, you definitely want to get dark mode because it will darken everything, but you don't necessarily have to have it in dark mode because you can have it actually in any colour you want. It will recolour every element of the UI to your heart's content and to your preference. Another really good add-on, particularly if you're going for the default UI and you just want to kind of polish and customize it a little bit, is to get KG panels, because then you can actually start making your own panels for the interface. By the way, if you want my plater profile, what it is actually called is the Lucky One import, which I'll leave a link to in the description. In my opinion, it is the cleanest, best looking plater I have ever used. And if you do want more UI recommendations, I did recently actually make an ultimate UI remastering video to get it really nice and clean, and basically how you can see my UI right now. We go into a lot of detail in that video, so I recommend checking it out. I'll leave a link in the description. And obviously what you definitely need so that all of these add-on buttons are not cluttering your minimap is somewhere to put them all. So you need the add-on Hiding Bar. It very simply creates a bar where all of your add-on buttons will be, so Bob's your uncle. My name is American Goblin, and until my next video, ciao.